I'm going to argue the case for why interest rates could go to zero in this video. And this is more of a thought experiment. So feel free to debate me down into the comments, but more so just going to think out loud here. For years now, interest rates has been probably the hottest topic, right beside inflation, housing crisis. It's been like a buzzword, right? Interest rates has been, it's been like one of the hottest topics, right? And I have videos of me in 2023, even a couple of them went viral. They're very easy to find, of me saying interest rates will come down harder and faster than everybody thinks. And of course, I got eaten alive because, stick to real estate. You're a plumber. You're not an economist. You're not a career statistician. You don't get to talk about these things. And I am none of those things. I am a plumber though. But I am none of the other things, right? But I was mostly right in my prediction, right? At the time, interest rates were like 5 to 6%. And I said, this is probably too high. And they're going to bring interest rates down. And they're going to come down harder and faster than what people think. And at that time, people were saying interest rates are going to be 6, 7, 8. They're going to double digits by the end of the year was something that I heard common at that time. Commonly, people were saying interest rates are going to go to double digits. And maybe they will in a couple of years if inflation comes back and we get that second rebound of inflation like we did in the 70s. That's a possibility. But for now, I think I was right. Right? They were also saying higher for longer. And granted, the interest rates are higher now than they were in 2019. So you could argue that they are higher for longer, but I don't think that's what they meant by higher for longer. I think they meant interest rates were going to be at 5% for years is what I think what they were exclaiming. And, the overnight rate was 5.25%, like not even a year and a half ago. That was like a year and 4 months ago. Now it's at 2.5%. I don't call that higher for longer. I would say that's interest rates coming down hard and fast. But here is why I thought that, right? So number one, that's very common for central banks. That's the common playbook for a central bank to just like, oh, shit's exploding, drop the rates, right? That's what they do every single time, right? Secondly, I don't think they really care that much about inflation. I think they care about inflation to the degree where they still look good optically, right? Like if there's a scenario where inflation's high, but they can still look like they're doing their job properly, I think that's fine for them. I think they take that as a win. And a very good example of this, right? There's a saying that's, don't listen to what people say, watch what they do, right? Well, why does the CPI heavily understate inflation? I think a lot of people understand this. I think most people understand that whatever's reflected in the CPI is a lot lower than what inflation actually is. Well, why would you have a CPI that understates inflation? It's so optically, it looks better. When inflation was 8%, in every meeting, they were talking about transitory. It's transitory, which I still don't even know what that word means. How is inflation transitory? Once it happens, it happened. You can't unhappen it. It's done. The inflation the prices are up, right? Unless you have severe deflation. But I don't understand what transitory even means in that respect, right? Like, the rate of inflation is only high now. It'll be lower in a couple months. Okay, but the prices of everything are already way higher. But they use this word transitory in every meeting for like a year and a half. And then once they realized the price of everything were like way higher, they just kind of stopped using that word. They stopped talking about it. And then like nobody ever brought it up again. Right? So they used that word to optically look good while inflation was at 9%. So my basis for this, it's possible, because a lot of people say it's impossible for rates to go to zero. And I don't think it's impossible. I think it'll be difficult for them to find a way to engineer a scenario where they don't look that bad if interest rates are at zero. But I don't think it's impossible. I think it's definitely possible. And, I don't know what that would look like, right? But, hey, inflation's 5%. Maybe we pluck this out of the CPI, right? Oh, inflation's 5%. Maybe, oh, well, then don't worry. The inflation isn't in food. It's in this other thing that you shouldn't need to care about unless you're a very niche part of society. Or, yeah, inflation's 6%, but had we not done this, then unemployment would blow up. But all I'm saying is that I think it's very possible for them to engineer a scenario where they can save face and have lower interest rates and high inflation, is what I'm saying. Because a lot of people look at all the data and they're like, okay, based on this, that, and the other, this is what they should do. But if what they should do will optically make them look bad, I don't think they're going to do it, right? Like, if what they should do is leave rates at 5% and just let everything implode and just let everybody lose their money and let everything reset for the greater good of Canada, but that makes them look bad when they do that, I don't think they're going to do it. And on the flip side of that coin, if everybody in the public is like, protesting that we need lower interest rates because people can't pay their mortgages and they're losing their jobs and everything is going to shit, and there is now a justification that makes them look good for lowering the interest rates very fast, I think they'll do that. So that's the way I've always looked at it. And it's not because I understand the economy at a deeper level, because I don't, and I don't claim to, right? I don't claim to be an expert. I am a ex-plumber turned realtor with a bunch of stupid tattoos shooting YouTube videos. All right. But that's the way I always looked at it. And again, I could be completely wrong. Again, I'm more so just kind of thought dumping in this video, right? Maybe my way of thinking is completely wrong, and maybe they won't drop the interest rates to zero, but that's the way I look at it. I personally think it's possible. And again, could be completely wrong. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to chat with me about buying or selling real estate in the Fraser Valley, there's a link down in the description. Otherwise, I'm that Agent Kelly. I'm making moves to move you. Peace.